It's a calculated risk, but I don't want to miss out on that part of life because I am scared. With my allergies just my whole life, and especially with mast cell activation, I can't just kiss random people. Like, I need to screen them, I need to vet them. So how do I kiss boys when all I can eat is hypoallergenic formula and oatmeal? Well, I'll tell you. I actually asked that exact question to my mast cell specialist a few years ago, and she told me the following. She said, Caroline, if you want to kiss somebody, you need to make sure that they do not eat your main 6 allergens within 24 hours of kissing you. They need to not eat 3 hours prior to kissing you, and they need to brush their teeth. Key background information is I have 6 main allergens: peanuts, tree nuts, sesame, mustard, kiwi, seafood. This one's kind of new. And this means that if I interact with these substances in any way, if I smell them, if I touch them, obviously if I taste them, I will go into anaphylactic shock, end up in the hospital, have a huge mast cell reaction, which sets me back to square one.
I've never heard of an allergy like that before. That's actually really interesting. I've never, ever heard anyone say, you know, they're allergic to all foods. But what did she say? She said hypoallergenic formula and oatmeal. That's all she can eat. And the fact that she said before she can't just kiss random people. And she's got to screen them before. So you can go on a date and just kiss that person. They've got to be vetted. They've got to be screened. That's just wild to me. I'm so curious now.
So when I meet a boy that I like or whatever, I always go on like a first date, somewhere that we can like talk, because with my allergies just my whole life, and especially with mast cell activation, I can't just kiss random people. Like, I need to screen them, I need to vet them. So for example, if I go on a date and around the end of the date, like, they're looking at me, they're about to lean in, like, you know that they're about to go in for a kiss. I get ahead of the curve and I say, hey, I've had such a great time with you and I would love to kiss you right now, but I can't.
I think it'd be quite scary, like, being in that situation on a date with someone, because obviously she's gonna have to bring it up. I feel like that's something that it's probably not something you want to discuss on a first date, but then I feel like at the same time it's so severe that she kind of has to. I guess it would cause issues, as in, like, if she didn't say anything at all and the date went really well and the person went in to kiss her and she just sort of like backed away every time, you know, the person might think, oh, she doesn't really like me, or I don't know, it must cause issues. I mean, some of the things she was saying, like the nuts and stuff, obviously nut allergies are really common. I personally think they're quite common. I know a couple of people that are allergic to nuts. I mean, the seafood one and like mustard and stuff like that, that's sesame as well. Quite interesting to me. I think it's kind of difficult that with the hours and stuff, like, she's got to wait. If a person consumes that, she can't kiss them for a set amount of hours, and they've got to brush their teeth. And yeah, I do feel for her on that. That must be quite tough. I guess, and eventually maybe you get used to it, but it's got to be awkward.
What this means for us is you can't eat any of those 6 allergens 24 hours before kissing me. You can't eat 3 hours prior to kissing me either. Like, you can't eat anything. And then I also say, and then you also have to brush your teeth, but I'll also brush my teeth. So, like, even playing field there. If you want to kiss me, if you want to see me again and you want to kiss me the next time I see you, then those are the rules you have to follow. And if you're not interested in following those rules, then that's okay. Like, we can just be friends. I low-key feel like it's a life hack, because I'm really only interested in dating people who give about me. And I feel like when it comes to boys, there's like 2 batches. One that just want to like kiss it and quit it, if you know what I mean. And the other batch that like actually want to get to know you and like date you or something. And by telling someone, by being like, hey, like, your actions have a direct physical impact on me, like, you need to give about me in order to like be with me, it just automatically weeds out the ones who don't give it. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you get people who like are invested in you. I feel comfortable that I'm able to handle it. yeah, it's impossible to like control every factor of your life, but there's definitely things you can do to like be safe about it.
Absolutely love that. I really like her outlook on that. That's actually really good. And I mean, I was literally saying, I wonder how she slides into conversation. Is it awkward for her to bring it up? The way she just explained that then, it doesn't actually sound to me like it is that awkward to discuss, which I love for her. She does seem really comfortable with it and really like, she's confident. She's not letting it bother her. And I think for her to sit there on a date and, you know, be able to be like, you know, basically this is what, you can't kiss me basically unless you take precautions and you don't eat these certain foods or you don't eat anything, I think she said. As she said, like, the people who aren't interested in her are just going to be like, oh, you know, not interested. Then the people that actually are interested in her will wait it out. So I feel like it kind of benefits her in that sense. You know what I mean? It doesn't benefit her, but I feel like it kind of helps her in that sense to be able to distinguish between people who are genuine and people who aren't genuine, which I think that's going to be really helpful. But it's nice to hear that I think she definitely sees the positive sides. She seems like an amazing person. I mean, the way she was talking then, she's so confident about it. You know, it's a really rare thing. It really shocked me to hear some of the stuff that she was saying, to be honest. I've never heard of anyone be allergic to kissing people. So it's crazy, but I love the way that she deals with it.
Thanks for watching StoryTrender. Don't forget to like and follow.